Vice President Kashim Shettima has made a direct and unambiguous appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Pardon and forgive Nnamdi Kanu immediately following the proceedings at the Court of Appeal.
Okay, let me read from the Cable Home. That is one of the Nigerian leading newspapers online. He said, and I quote, Vice President Kashim Shettima in loggerheads with Bola Ahmed Tinubu over the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the headline, right? Okay, and according to the Nation newspapers, he said, Shettima vowed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released before 2027 general election. Sahara reporters, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I don't say this so well, every of his team must get K-leg, I don't know why. But anyway, Sahara reporter says, and I quote, breaking news, Bola Ahmed Tinubu have no other option than to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after a fallout with his vice, Shettima, over this matter. Okay, this day said, truth and reason, we are here once again. Nnamdi Kanu to be pardoned by presidency anytime soon. Should I go ahead and keep reading? Okay, let us focus on this one now. Let us use this one because I'm reading this from different platforms. Because this is a publication of yesterday, being the 20th day in the month of April in the year of 2026. So please, I am sorry if I have taken much of your time. Let me just make it snappy. Okay, we are going to listen from here. Why I'm listening from different platforms so that you will not say it's a propaganda. Shettima never talk like that. Shettima really make that comment. Yes, he made that comment. And I also want to refer you back to the video where he went to Aba. He made also such a comment again, when he also assured the Igbos that there's nothing like discrimination, that Igbo is supposed to produce the next president. He made it clear because they know that they are living ASOROCK. I can tell you this for free of charge. Shettima and his Oga is not in good terms because Shettima wants Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released so that they can use it against the people of the Southeast in voting them. But Tinubu is, they said that guy is very stubborn. He's a master strategist of nothing. Master strategist of nonsense. He said he disagreed that he know Igbos. Oh, you know Igbos, right? That Igbos is going to betray him because you are the master betrayer. You make a contract with Nnamdi Kanu's family that if you assume presidency, you are going to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Up to today, you and your son, the agreement you make with Kanu Takano and the other one, Emma Kanu, you never fulfill it. So because you know you have made such a promise before, it didn't come to your own. Now, you said if you release this one, they are going to betray you. They are not going to vote for you. No problem. Keep him there. So they are having confrontations now over this issue. Shettima don't want to go. Yes, he wants to use Nnamdi Kanu to gather the vote of the Southeast. But Tinubu tell him, no, I can get whatever I want with my money. So they are having loggerheads now. So in fact, let us listen to this message and then we'll come back here for more discussion. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Oh yeah, let's go there.
This appeal focuses solely on one outcome, the release of Nnamdi Kanu to restore lasting peace in the southeast and across the entire nation of Nigeria. The message is straightforward. The detention of Nnamdi Kanu has lasted long enough.
Okay.
Continuing it serves no constructive purpose when the goal is national stability and progress. Shettima's call comes at a critical time. The Court of Appeal has handled key aspects of the case involving Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra.
Yes.
Legal processes have reached important stages, including appeals and reviews of charges related to alleged terrorism and other matters. With these judicial steps advancing, the Vice President urges the President to exercise the power of pardon and forgiveness as provided under the Nigerian Constitution. This is not about revisiting the merits of the court matters. It is about moving forward from them toward healing and unity.
Yeah.
The appeal is clear in its intent. Granting pardon to Nnamdi Kanu will directly address the tensions that have persisted in the southeast region.
Okay.
For years, the region has experienced repeated disruptions. Economic activities have slowed in many areas. Daily life for residents has faced unnecessary obstacles. Families have endured hardship. Businesses have struggled to operate at full capacity. Investors have hesitated to commit resources. All these challenges trace back to the underlying unrest linked to the prolonged detention of Nnamdi Kanu.
There is something I forgot to let us know here. Please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for barging in, but I want to make this very clear. Do you know that Shetima visited Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison? It's after that visit, they begin to have a confrontation with Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody will tell you this. Shetima actually visited Nnamdi Kanu before he began to agitate for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's release. What they discussed, I don't know. But maybe Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have converted him. You know that guy is a converter. If you have one-on-one encounter with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and you are anti-Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and they didn't tell you things that will make you to even hate yourself, then you never meet Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe Nnamdi Kanu have converted Shetima. The same way he converted Atiku Issa, the Nance president, who hated Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with every passion. But when he had an encounter with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS dungeon, he said, it's not up to 20 minutes he stayed with Mazen Nnamdi. Somebody you spend almost all your years hating, it's not up to 20 minutes, he becomes Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's disciples. He have every reason to say that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu does not deserve to be that place he is. So Nnamdi Kanu don't convert Ari Sharif Shetima, the champ commander of Boko Haram.
Releasing him now creates an immediate pathway to normalcy. It signals that the federal government prioritizes peace and reconciliation after the Court of Appeal stage. The Southeast can return to full productivity. Markets can open without fear. Schools and institutions can function without interruptions. Transportation and commerce can flow freely again.
Yes.
This single decision has the potential to unlock billions in economic value that have remained untapped due to the current situation. Shetima's appeal emphasizes the broader national benefit. Nigeria is one indivisible country. What affects one region ultimately touches every other part.
Okay.
Peace in the Southeast strengthens the foundation for development nationwide. It allows resources to be directed toward infrastructure, education, healthcare, and job creation instead of managing conflict. It fosters an environment where all citizens, regardless of region or background, can contribute fully to building a stronger economy. The Vice President's statement is direct. Pardon Nnamdi Kanu and forgive the issues of the past. Forgiveness here means closing the chapter on division.
Yes.
It means choosing unity over continued separation. It means recognizing that prolonged detention has not resolved the underlying concerns, but has instead prolonged pain for many families and communities. This appeal stands on practical grounds. The Court of Appeal has played its role in the judicial process. Appeals have been filed, rulings reviewed, and legal arguments presented on multiple grounds, including claims of procedural matters and fair hearing. With these steps taken, the time has arrived for executive action focused on national interest. The power to pardon rests with the President. Exercising it now aligns with the objective of restoring calm and enabling forward movement. Consider the practical outcomes of such a pardon. Young people in the Southeast can redirect their energy toward productive ventures instead of agitation. Traders and entrepreneurs can expand their operations without the cloud of uncertainty. Farmers and manufacturers can increase output and create more employment. The entire region can integrate more seamlessly into national development plans. This creates ripple effects that benefit the North, the West, the South-South, and every corner of Nigeria. Shetima's appeal avoids complication. It is not a call for debate or delay. It is a clear instruction for action. Pardon now, forgive, and restore peace. The Southeast deserves the opportunity to thrive without the weight of ongoing tension. Nigeria as a whole deserves the chance to demonstrate that it can resolve internal challenges through forgiveness and inclusion rather than indefinite detention. The Constitution empowers the President to grant pardons in the interest of the state. This moment presents a clear case for that power. The Court of Appeal has advanced the legal journey. The next logical step is executive mercy that brings final resolution and healing. Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention has become a focal point for discontent in the Southeast. Addressing it directly through pardon removes that focal point. It opens space for dialogue, reconstruction, and shared progress. It reassures citizens that leadership listens to the need for peace and acts decisively when the judicial process reaches a suitable point. Vice President Shettima has spoken plainly. The appeal to President Tinubu is to act without hesitation. Pardon Nnamdi Kanu after the Court of Appeal. Forgive the matters at hand. Restore full peace to the southeast. Strengthen the unity of Nigeria. Enable the conditions for a better future for every Nigerian. This is the core of the appeal. It is strong, focused, and aimed at one result: a Nigeria where peace in one region translates to prosperity for all. The path is clear. The decision point has arrived. Implementing this pardon will mark a turning point from tension to tranquility, from division to cohesion, and from uncertainty to confidence in a united and developing nation. The Southeast region has faced extended tension and economic disruption directly tied to the prolonged detention of Nnamdi Kanu. Following the court ruling that declared the conviction void, Vice President Kashim Shettima's appeal is strong and direct. Pardon Nnamdi Kanu to restore lasting peace in the Southeast. This single decision will immediately halt ongoing unrest and reopen full economic activities across the region. For years, the Southeast has experienced repeated disruptions linked to the case. Weekly enforcement of sit-at-home orders has forced businesses, markets, schools, and public institutions to shut down on designated days. Transportation has been restricted. Daily commerce has come to a standstill. These actions have created a cycle of uncertainty that has slowed growth and affected every sector. Pardoning Nnamdi Kanu following the void conviction removes the central trigger for these disruptions. Once released, the tension that fuels the unrest will subside. Residents will regain freedom of movement 7 days a week. Traders and entrepreneurs will resume operations without fear of interruption. Markets in major commercial hubs such as Onitsha, Aba, Niue, and Enugu will operate at full capacity every single day. Schools and universities will function without forced closures. Hospitals and essential services will deliver care uninterrupted. The economic impact of the current situation has been severe and well documented. The Southeast, long recognized as a major commercial powerhouse in Nigeria, has recorded massive cumulative losses due to enforced sit-at-home actions. Reliable estimates place the total economic damage at over N7.6 trillion in the initial years alone, with some analyses showing figures exceeding N17 trillion when including broader ripple effects over nearly 5 years. On affected Mondays, the region has lost an average of N88 billion in business activities, with specific breakdowns showing Anambra State alone recording up to N38 billion in weekly losses, followed by significant impacts in IMO, Abia, Enugu, and Ebonyi states. The transport sector has suffered daily losses reaching N13 billion at peak periods. Manufacturing output has declined sharply. Agricultural produce has faced logistical bottlenecks, leading to waste and reduced income for farmers. Granting the pardon will reverse these losses rapidly. Full peace will allow traders to conduct business freely without weekly shutdowns. Manufacturers can increase production schedules and meet consistent demand from across Nigeria and beyond. Farmers can transport goods to markets efficiently, improving supply chains and reducing post-harvest losses. The service sector, including hospitality, retail, and professional services, will rebound quickly as consumer confidence returns. This recovery will generate new employment opportunities, particularly for the youth who have been most affected by the disruptions. Household incomes will rise, stimulating local spending and boosting internally generated revenue for state governments. Beyond direct economic gains, peace in the Southeast will eliminate deep social hardships. Families will no longer live under constant anxiety regarding safety and livelihood. Children will attend school consistently, restoring the region's historically strong performance in national examinations and reducing learning deficits caused by repeated interruptions. Healthcare delivery will become more reliable without the threat of sudden lockdowns affecting emergency services and routine medical care. Community life will normalize, allowing social and cultural activities to resume and fostering greater cohesion among residents. Shettima's appeal highlights that peace in the Southeast directly strengthens stability across the entire country. Nigeria functions as one indivisible economic and political entity. Disruptions in the Southeast create nationwide ripple effects. When the region experiences calm, national supply chains operate smoothly. Goods flow without artificial bottlenecks. Investors from within and outside Nigeria gain the confidence to deploy capital across all geopolitical zones. Federal infrastructure projects in roads, power, rail, and digital connectivity can advance faster with full local cooperation and minimal security diversions. The pardon will create an environment where all regions contribute optimally to national progress. The Southeast will integrate more effectively into broader economic initiatives. Its renowned entrepreneurial spirit and industrial clusters in areas like Niue and Aba can drive innovation and value addition for the whole nation. Tourism sites in the region can attract visitors without hesitation. Cultural and commercial exchanges with other parts of Nigeria will expand naturally. This unity will reduce the overall national security budget allocation tied to managing regional tensions, freeing substantial funds for investment in education, healthcare, agriculture, and technology nationwide. The appeal remains practical and strictly outcome-focused. With the court ruling declaring the conviction void, the legal foundation for continued detention has been significantly undermined. Executive pardon at this juncture delivers the clean and final resolution required. It shifts the national focus entirely from division and contention to concrete development and shared prosperity. It demonstrates that leadership prioritizes reconciliation once judicial processes reach their logical conclusion. Restoring peace means permanently ending the cycle of agitation and enforcement. It allows the people of the Southeast to channel their energy, skills, and resources into productive ventures. Young talents can pursue careers in technology, trade, manufacturing, and services without distraction. Professionals can contribute fully without considering relocation. The region's proven capacity for industriousness and commerce will once again serve as a powerful engine for national economic growth. Shettima's message is unambiguous. Pardon Nnamdi Kanu now to unlock this vast potential.
Of course.
The Southeast deserves the opportunity to thrive without artificial constraints. Nigeria as a whole stands to gain when every region operates at maximum capacity. The trillions in lost value can begin to be recovered within months of sustained peace. Positive economic multipliers will emerge as businesses expand. Jobs are created in large numbers, and investor confidence is fully restored. This decisive step will foster long-term national stability. It will prove that internal challenges can be addressed through forgiveness and inclusion after due judicial review. It will reinforce the bonds of unity that define Nigeria. Citizens in every region will witness tangible benefits as the Southeast fully rejoins the mainstream of development, free from barriers. In essence, the pardon following the court ruling that declared the conviction void represents the direct and most effective route to peace. It ends all forms of disruption. It revives economic vitality. It heals communities. It builds a solid foundation for shared prosperity. The Southeast will breathe freely and productively again. Nigeria will advance as one stronger, more President Tinubu, this is the moment for decisive.
Okay, the message have come and gone. The preacher have come and gone. The listener stays because you need to digest what you listened. You need to digest what you heard from this video and then decide on what to do with it. That is the simple. Look at Shettima calling for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Sowore calling for Nnamdi Kanu's release. And every other person, even Igboho, have showed concern despite the fact out of his crooked ways, he want Nnamdi Kanu to accept the deal of quitting Biafra. Mwale, look at idiotic Ikengu Uruago. Mwapanshe na akpontu. Rubbishing Nnamdi Kanu, Igbos, and the entire Biafra nation. Look at the one they call the Jele. Idiotic human being at 57 years old. No serious relationship, no wife, no children, no any block to his name. Vice President, number second man in over 250 million people calling for Nnamdi Kanu's release. He speaks volume. Let us stick to what we listen to and then make use of it in a very positively way. Now here, I go take bar break and I go hear my voice again when I come back. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please follow us on all our social media handles. And it shall be well with all of us. Have a nice day. Kachineke mezi okwu.